Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
Welcome back to another beer review. Tonight we're checking out a beer from Revolution Brewing out of, I believe it is Chicago. Is that right? Chicago, Illinois. Citra Hero, 7.5% India Pale Ale, brewed with Citra hops. This beer comes courtesy of my buddy Matt, who is the generous heart behind all the Pipeworks beers that we've reviewed, and now this Revolution beer that we're reviewing. I don't know a whole lot about Revolution. I've had a couple beers from them that actually he and I did a trade. It was, I don't know, I think it was last year. Was it last year? Maybe early this year. He had sent some Revolution stuff, and I brought him to a share and didn't get to do videos of them. So I wanted to make sure I did a video of this. This was bottled, according to him, around July the 3rd. So there's no date on this bottle. There's, I don't think there's a batch number or anything either. I don't know what Revolution does. I think you just kind of know from picking these bottles up when they're bottled. So time of recording, we are just about 5 weeks old. And I actually was texting with him recently about this, and he had thought it had fallen off a little bit, but we'll see. Always love me some Citra beers, so really excited to check this one out. So without any further ado, I'm sorry for not having more information on Revolution. I'm trying my hardest with beers to not look any information up ahead of time, because I do not want to be victim of any kind of hype whatsoever. That might make me seem like I'm uninformed, and that's fine with me, because I want to just be a person who grabs a beer and gives it an honest review without knowing ahead of time. Obviously some of the beers that I know that I'm drinking are awesome beers, but something like this, I have no clue. So this beer pours an awesome kind of tangerine color, crystal clear. There's about a half a finger of bright white head with that pour. Carbonation is, there's a couple little bubbles streaming up to the top of the glass of that. But yeah, it just looks killer in the glass. Let's go ahead and stick our nose in it. The aroma's not, it's not like a huge kind of a Citra. I was hoping, I always like with Citra beers, just like explosively juicy beers, but the nose on this is not that. You kind of have to like search for it. It's there. There's definite citrus there. This is more of like a pithy kind of bitter, like grapefruit peel kind of aroma. There's some like sweet kind of bready malts underneath the citrus, but it's mainly just grapefruit peel. There's some orange, some tangerine. It's not like that explosive Citra aroma that I've come to love so much. The crazy mango pineapple just juice bombs. That's not this. The nose on this one is actually, it's kind of weak, but it almost reminds me of like a West Coast style beer, which sounds dumb, but if you guys drink West Coast and East Coast beers, especially the East Coast beers, Trillium, Treehouse, even some of the Pipeworks beers that I've had, they're just crazy explosive juice bombs. West Coast beers are more like subdued, more like bitter, piney. This reminds me of that a lot more. So yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot more to say about that. It's just kind of a weak smelling beer. And that could be age. This could easily be a fast fader. He said that he thought it had dropped way off. It's at 5 weeks. You kind of hope that a beer wouldn't fall off that much in 5 weeks, but sometimes that happens, and that happens to great beers. I've had beers fresh that are really good, and then a couple weeks later I open another one in my fridge. I'm like, wow, this doesn't taste good at all. So let's go ahead and dig in. Matt, thank you, sir. Cheers. The taste is actually much more Citra forward than the nose was. You get a nice pop of bitterness middle of the mouth. This is just huge grapefruit for me. I get a bunch of grapefruit peel, grapefruit pith, orange rind, lemon peel, like those bitter citrus zests. Nice bitterness middle of the mouth. You got like that dank kind of resinous thing. This beer finishes really dry. 7.5%. You don't taste any alcohol. There's obviously none on the nose. But I mean, this is a pretty easy drinking beer. This is definitely more reminiscent of a West Coast beer to me. Very dry, very dank, very resinous, very much grapefruit forward, grapefruit pith. lemon pith, like the white part of all the citrus fruits with peels. It's the best way to describe that. Dank, resinous, finishes dry, easy drinking for 7.5% for sure. This is not anything that you're going to labor through. Really, really easy drinking. Goes down smooth. This would be great for a hot day. A good summer beer, I would say. I mean, if you like this, actually, now that it's kind of sitting on my palate, this reminds me a little bit of if you guys have ever had grapefruit sculpin. It's just crazy grapefruit forward. Now, even as it's warmed up a little bit more, this sat out for a while before I opened it, but just super, super grapefruit forward. Almost like an adjunct was used as like grapefruit, just to like make it that super grapefruit forward thing. That's what this beer is. But yeah, good stuff from from Revolution. I was thinking of Pipeworks. I was thinking of all the fish series beers that he had sent. But yeah, 7.5%, easy drinking, Citra Hero. As far as the grade goes, I'm gonna give this one a straight up 90, and my dog is barking because she likes to mess with videos apparently. But yeah, 90 for me, good stuff. If you guys have ever had this, let me know what you think. Matt, thanks again for sending this, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this one up. Till next time, I will see you guys later.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.